Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be using the article that we looked at last week, Teens Against Hitler, so you should be pretty familiar with it, but we're not going to focus solely on the article. Instead, we're going to dive deeper into kind of that topic of the article, which is partisans. And so we're going to be doing a little mini research project over partisans and looking at them in a more broad light. So the first thing I want you to do today is click on your Canvas quiz. Make sure that you take your attendance. So, depending on what class you're in, put your attendance in. The next thing, if you need to go back and look at Teens Against Hitler from last week, maybe you didn't finish up everything with it, then you might open that up and make sure that you're good on that, okay? The next thing that you're gonna do is actually start our research activities. So we're gonna do part one today. Depending on which class you're in, you need to click your appropriate link. So when you see it, it's gonna look like this. This is part one. So tomorrow you'll do part two, the next day you'll do part three. So it's condensed, split up between the days. So if you look at the instructions, it's telling you to use the sources below, and I've included three separate sources. So the first source is Teens Against Hitler, which is the article that we've been looking at. The next one is the Jewish Partisan Educational Foundation website, and you can click there. And then the last one is the United States Holocaust Memorial Museum video. So those are three separate sources. You're going to be using each one of those sources today. I want you to click on those links. When you click them, it's going to take you to an actual website. I want you to read through the information on the website, okay? Like read it as a whole. It's a lot of stuff. I'll give you that. But you're gonna use this to answer those questions and to get a deeper knowledge of what partisans actually were. And so I want you to make sure that you're fully exploring each one of the links that I've provided you. And like I said, Teens Against Hitler, the article is one of them. So you're already pretty familiar with that. Okay? So this one is a video that you'll play. So there's not a lot of reading in that one, so that's good. So when you scroll down, you're going to see that I have three questions. So that makes it pretty manageable for today. Question one, question two, and then question three. For each question, I have the sources posted again. And then there's your specific question. So number one is explain what a partisan is in your own words. So you're not going to copy it word for word from one of the websites. You are going to explain it in your own words. What role did partisans play in World War II? Again, you're going to take the information from the websites and come up with an answer in your own words. You are writing in complete sentences, and you need to be thoughtful and thorough in your responses. These are not one sentence responses. You're writing me a solid paragraph for each question here. Okay. The next question. In addition to rescue and military operations, the partisans also helped preserve Jewish culture. In what ways did the partisans do this? So if you go and you read these websites, watch the video, it should answer any question that you have about what is culture and how did they preserve that for the Jews. So before you just instantly hop on and ask me a question, make sure that you actually are exploring your sources to get an understanding for yourself. The third question, why might it have been important to the partisans to preserve Jewish culture? Answer with your own ideas. You will not find a direct answer in your sources. So it's not going to say word for word. You're going to have to read the information, watch the video, and make inferences. Come up with some things based on what it says, but you're going to have to do some critical thinking in the process there, okay? Again, write me a solid paragraph with why it was important for the Jews to preserve that culture. Okay, so you've got those three paragraphs that you're writing me, answering those three questions. Tomorrow you will move on to part two, but you'll be doing kind of the same thing with some new and different sources. When you're finished with that, you can go ahead and submit it to me. I also want you to take a minute and look at the Works Cited page that I've created. This is not a separate assignment for you, but I do want you to see what a proper Works Cited page looks like. Of course, I'm having you look at sources over the next 3 days. And so in order not to violate copy infringement laws, I have created a works cited page, which is what I would expect you to do in any research situation. So I just want you to go through, I want you to look at the way I have those formatted in MLA format. Of course, I used Cite This For Me to do that. I've got them reverse indented. My spacing is correct, my size, my font. When you are creating a works cited page in the next week, you're going to want to make sure yours looks very similar to this, okay? Last but not least, you're going to complete your daily reflection for the day, okay? I know that sounds like a lot, but I just want to make sure you get the hang of it. Tomorrow and Wednesday, the process will be very similar. So it should get easier for you as the week goes on. Hope you have a great day, and please let me know if you have any questions. Bye.